What's happening, guys? Welcome to another video here on the channel. Today we're going to be unboxing and trying out this microphone, the Tonor TC-777. So let's jump into the video. So today, like I said, we're going to be unboxing the Tonor TC-777. So I just want to real quick say thank you to Tonor for sending this out to me. They sent it and asked me to take a look at it and provide a little review and share it with you guys and let you know what I think. So who is this microphone for? Well, if you're on a budget or you're looking for a decent microphone that won't break the bank, this may be one of the microphones that you come across. Now we're going to open this up, unbox it, see what comes with it. We're going to try it out and just see what kind of audio do we get out of this little microphone. You can pick this up on Amazon for about $42 to $43, so it's not too expensive. There are some mics that are cheaper, and obviously there's some that are way more expensive. But this may work if it's what you're looking for. You could use this if you're a gamer, if you're trying to make some simple YouTube videos, or you need to do some simple voice recording. That's the kind of thing that I would be looking to use something like this for. So let's get right into unboxing it, check out what it comes with, and then we'll hook it up to the old MacBook Pro here, make a few recordings, and see how it sounds. All right, so Tonor TC-777. See what we come with here. Take the lid off. Looks like you have your service card here. Okay. Got your instruction manual, and again, I always recommend you check out the instruction manual, see what's in there. Sometimes you learn something new. Sometimes you don't, but sometimes you do. So we may need to refer back to this when we get her going. All right, looks like it comes with a little pop filter here. That's kind of cool. Not too big, should do the job. We'll set that on the side over here. Let's see, inside the box here, looks like we have, what do we got here? What comes out first? We got the cord. Oh, this is a USB microphone, so it's pretty easy to plug and play right on any computer or gaming system, I would think, if you could plug in a USB to that. Not a gamer, I don't know, but I assume you could use it for that. All right, so when we take it out of the box here, let's put this down on the side. See, it comes with a stand, which is pretty cool. It's got a little tripod stand here to hold the microphone. Let's see if we can open this guy up. All right, a little stiff there, pretty good, not bad. All right, set this down here. Not too shabby. It's got a little bendable arm that's on here that the pop filter will go on. Also comes with a little mushed up here, but that's all right. A little foam cap that I guess would go on the top of here, although for me personally, I probably wouldn't use this. I would probably try out the pop filter. So maybe we'll do a test using the pop filter and one without the pop filter and see if it makes a difference. But all in all, let's just take the microphone out of here. So one thing that's kind of cool, just looking at this real quick, is it's almost got a little shock mount in here. It's got these little rubber bands that actually hold the microphone in here. And that's pretty cool. I guess help with any vibrations that may come through your desk if you're banging elbows, or maybe you're gaming and you're moving around on your desk. That should help with some of that noise, so that's kind of cool. You can see it's kind of bounces in there a little bit. Pretty cool, not too shabby. And then the stand's pretty nice, for the size of the microphone. I think this stand is just fine. I think that'll work. And on the back side here, it says Tonor on the mic. Feels like the build quality is pretty good. Just gonna undo this. Let's pull the microphone out just to see kind of what just the microphone feels like here. So it feels pretty good. I mean, it doesn't feel too flimsy. It's plastic with a little metal grill on it here. It doesn't feel too flimsy, feels okay. It seems like it's a pretty good quality for $43. So I'm really curious to see how this sounds once we get it plugged into the computer. We'll do a couple tests, kind of see what we end up with. So the Tonor TC-777, I'm gonna throw it back in the stand here. I'm gonna get my computer set up. We're gonna try a couple audio tests here and see what we get. So as we get the microphone set back up real quick here, I think you wanna be talking into the front of it here where the word Tonor is. Well, it doesn't say that in the manual anywhere, but I'm gonna assume that's where you talk into. I'll go ahead and screw on this little guy here so we can try it with the pop filter and without and see how it works out. Something like that looks pretty good there. So now I'm just gonna go grab my computer, get that set up. We'll hook this guy up and get some samples here and see how it sounds. All right, so I'm ready to try out this microphone. I've got it all together here. We have it back in its little shock mount. Again, this is a USB microphone, so I'm just gonna show you how I get it hooked up to my computer here. I'm basically just gonna plug it in, and then I'll show you how I make sure that my mic is selected here on my Mac. Another thing that I recommend when you're testing out audio is that you got a good pair of headphones, because if you don't have good speakers or good headphones, it's kind of hard to tell the difference between good audio and bad audio. Sometimes, I mean, you can tell a little bit on your Mac or your computer, but better to have some headphones. All right, let's get plugging this guy in. So again, USB. I'm just gonna take it and plug it in on my machine over here. All right, so we got her plugged in. So jumping over to my Mac here, I'm gonna make sure that I have the microphone as active. I'm gonna come to my sound preferences and make sure I have the Tonor TC-777 selected. And you can see here, I've got it about 50% on the computer here. I'm talking directly into the microphone. So now that I've got it about 50%, looks like we're getting some good levels. I have the microphone maybe 6 to 7 inches away from my mouth or so. And now let's jump over into GarageBand and just do a few recordings and see what we get. All right, I'm in GarageBand. I'm gonna do a new voice recording. And I did come up with my own little user patch here that has no effects, no processing, nothing done to it, just straight audio. So I'm gonna just check my settings here and make sure that I'm set to record from this microphone here. So I'm gonna come to audio. Built in, we're gonna say Tonor T77. Okay, so I'm gonna do a couple recordings right in a row here. You guys will hear it live as I'm recording it. I'm gonna record it, then I'll go back and listen to it, and we'll see how it sounds. So I'm gonna do it with the pop filter, about 6 to 7 inches away from my mouth, directly in front of me. Then I'm gonna remove the pop filter, try it like that, and then I'm gonna pull it to the side a little bit because sometimes you get some popping if you're talking directly into your microphone. And I found if you turn it sideways and you kind of talk past it a little bit, that seems to work pretty good to help remove any of those plosives or popping you might have. So let's get some recordings here and see how it sounds. This is a test of the Tonor T777 microphone by Tonor. We have the pop filter on and just want to see how it sounds. Okay, overall I think not so bad. I mean, for what it is, I think it's pretty good. It's definitely better than just using the speakers in your computer here. So I think that sounds pretty good. I'm curious to see how it sounds without the pop filter here. So let's go ahead and get into the next clip here. Okay, this is the Tonor TC-777 by Tonor. I removed the pop filter and we want to see how this sounds. Okay, I did notice without the pop filter, you can hear those plosives a little bit more. But I'm curious with the last test here to see if I turn it to the side and kind of speak past it, that should take care of those plosives without having to do anything else. One thing I do notice is that there is a little bit of background noise or background hiss. I may be able to remove that if I lower my system setting down a little bit, but then it's also going to lower the volume of the input of this mic back because there's no settings on the mic that you can change. So let's listen to this last clip here and see how that sounds. And now I'm turning the microphone to the side here. This is the Tonor TC-777, and we want to see how this sounds. Okay, not bad. It definitely removed the plosives. It sounds a little bit hollow, but you can always fix that with a little bit of EQ in DaVinci Resolve, if that's your editing program of choice. And the last example here is I just kind of banged on the table a little bit to see how well these shock absorbers work. I expect to still hear it a little bit, but I don't know. Let's give it a listen and see how it sounds. And the last test here, I wanted to try out the shock absorption and see how that sounds. So I have the pop filter back on, and if I'm banging on my desk a little on accident, are we getting a lot of that noise? I don't know. Or if we do just a little noise, are we getting any of that? So let's give this a try. Okay, so I did notice you still kind of do hear some of that noise from the desk making its way to the microphone. I kind of expect that. I seem to have that issue with most of my microphones unless it's not on my desk. But if it's on the desk, a lot of times I can hear some of that rattling or the noise, or if I'm banging my elbows too much, you can hear that through. But I think this is a pretty good mic. You know, for 42 bucks, it's going to give you some better audio than you might have otherwise. I think I'm going to try another test here where I'm going to lower that system setting and see if we can get rid of a little bit of that background noise. Again, it's nothing major, but you can really take care of that right in DaVinci Resolve with some simple noise reduction or using a gate or something like that. So I'm going to try that out, and then we'll play through that example and see how that sounds. Okay, recording again here on the Tonor TC-777. I just lowered the system setting of my Mac down to 25% for the input. So I'm going to see if that helps reduce a little bit of the background noise, or it's not static or hiss, but that background noise, and see if we still hear it. But I also want to know that my audio levels are good enough that I can still boost them up and get good volume out of this mic. And while we're at it, the fans on my computer are running in the background. Can we hear that? Okay, so I don't know, hopefully you guys could hear that. It did make a difference, I think. You don't hear that background kind of noise as much once you lower down that system setting. So I think that's pretty good. So the last example that I'll show you here is I'm going to make a little clip here. I'm gonna bring it in DaVinci Resolve, process it how I would normally process my audio. Little EQ work, maybe a gate on there, maybe some multi-band compressor, and maybe de-esser, kind of see how it sounds, see if I can sculpt the sound a little bit, and see what we can get out of this little mic. But for 42 bucks, hey, it's not so bad. So I'm gonna go through, record something else, we'll play that back, you can see how that sounds, and then we'll come back and wrap it up with some final thoughts. Back here with a final test on the Tonor TC-777. We're going to bring this into DaVinci Resolve. I'm going to do some audio processing on it just like I would with any other microphone I might use. I'm going to apply a EQ to try and sculpt the sound a little bit. Probably throw on a compressor, maybe a multi-band compressor, a de-esser, kind of see how it sounds and see how good we can make this microphone sound. Back here with a final test on the Tonor TC-777. We're going to bring this into DaVinci Resolve. I'm going to do some audio processing on it just like I would with any other microphone I might use. I'm going to apply a EQ to try and sculpt the sound a little bit. Probably throw on a compressor, maybe a multi-band compressor, a de-esser, kind of see how it sounds and see how good we can make this microphone sound. All right, guys, so there you go, wrapping it up. I think that for 42 bucks, I think this mic is a good deal. It's definitely gonna help your audio sound better, whether you're gaming, whether you're just making screen recordings of things, you're doing YouTube videos, whatever it is, it's gonna help your audio sound better than if you're using no mic or say just the microphone on your computer, because that doesn't do a very good job. We all know that audio is super important with your videos because people can usually deal with videos that don't look so good, but when it comes to audio, nobody wants to sit and watch a video that doesn't sound good. So this is gonna get you going in the right direction to help your videos or your gaming or whatever it is you might be doing sound a little bit better. So what are your thoughts? I'd love to hear what you guys think, what it sounded like on your end over there. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? What are your thoughts? Leave a comment down below and I would love to hear what you think. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank Tonor again for sending this mic out and let me give it a try and share my feedback with you guys. If you are interested in picking up this mic or just checking out a little more about it, I'll leave a link in the description. You can head on over to Amazon, check it out. The link is an affiliate link, doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does help support my channel here and helps me to continue making these videos for you guys. So thank you guys for watching, thank you to Tonor, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Peace.